It is Thursday night. That means your second installment of the Anvil Show this week. Tonight we have a special guest. You've met him before, Mr. Fan of the Year from the Jags, Tyler Derby. He's going to come on and talk about the game this week. It is the second matchup already in week 6 between the Jags and the Colts. Unless you was under a rock, you know they beat us in week 1, but we get a chance to avenge ourselves in week 6. But before that, Sammy, start me up.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. Anvil Show.
Intercepted! Marlon Jackson! Marlon got it! We're going to the Super Bowl! We're going to the Super Bowl! Marlon Jackson with the interception! He picked off Tom Brady!
The sickest Indianapolis Colts podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Yes, sir. It's going to be sick. Let's get the message from our sponsor really quick. Let's bring that up. There we go. And you know it's DraftKings. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use DraftKings code 6sports to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 on any NFL bet. Again, that is DraftKings. Sammy, bring those faces in for me, please. And here they come. Tyler, Pat, Acosta. Welcome to the Anvil officially. That's not right.
What the hell is that?
That was like some birds chirping or some shit. I don't know. Here we go. There it is. And we are officially on tonight. And as you see down below, follow us on YouTube and Facebook, the Sick Podcast Anvil Show, Twitter as well as Sick Pod Colts. All of us also have our own Twitter handles. I'm at Colts Clyde. I think that's Patrick Dorfline 1. And Acosta, what is yours? Country Fed, some shit, 20,7. I don't know.
Country.
You're not talking. You're silent.
At Big Country, 1864.
Yeah, that. I don't know why. That sounds like that got something to do with distillery or something.
1864 was the year the Cheyenne and Arapaho people were massacred by the U.S. military. So, that's a good. It was the Sand Creek Massacre. So that's always a dear thing to my heart. I never want to forget it. So I always use it in a lot of my stuff.
Bruh. Damn, that's dark as shit.
Wow, that was deep, man.
Okay.
I was not ready for that.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Well, moving on. Let's talk football.
Speaking of massacres, the Jags play the Colts this week.
Here we go.
I had to. Sorry, I had to.
Tyler.
I had to.
Yeah, I love it, man. Okay, you know what, buddy? You're right. You've gotten us the last 3 times? Is that
right?
Boy, we haven't beat the Jags since Jesus Christ.
No, it's been longer than 3, hasn't it?
Well, let's just. I
4.
mean,
4.
In his defense, we've not won in Jacksonville, and now 15 seasons,
10 years. Yeah. It's been a long time.
Patrick had hair last time we won in that motherfucker. Yes, sir.
How you gonna come after your own teammate?
I'm just saying, man, it's been a while. But no, in all seriousness, we haven't won since 2014 in Jacksonville. And I think it's 4 actual games because we won the first game of Carson Wentz's 1 year. And then we lost the one that would have sent us to the playoffs, and we lost both times last year, and then we lost to start the season. So Jesus crisis. It's time to beat the Jags. It's time to beat the Jags.
And we got just the man to do it.
Yeah, I was telling you, Minshew scares me. He worries me. I wouldn't say he worries me more than Richardson does right now because Minshew's going to be motivated. He has the revenge factor. You know, we let him go, traded him away. So he's got that revenge. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He's a baller, man. He's a scrapper straight up. I love Gardner Minshew to death. When he played for us, guy's a late 6th-round draft pick. You know, he's small, he's undersized, doesn't have a big arm, you know, not super fast, you know, but man, that guy's got a heart of a lion, dude. He will scrap and fight and give you 130%. He's just a fighter, man. Like I have all the respect in the world for Gardner Minshew, straight up. So straight up.
I tell you what, it's gonna be. It's kind of strange, now that Minshew mania, and it's nowhere near what it was when he hit Jacksonville with the
Sure.
shorts and the mullet. But it's wild to now have
Yeah,
Minshew mania on our side, because I remember like
sure.
when we went down there and he was, this was like his rookie year or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was like, this is such a gimmick, bro. Like, but now I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I rocks with Gardner. Let's get this done.
Yeah, they
Like, it's crazy.
definitely. I remember one of the games down there, one of the home games we had. I'll never forget this. They were giving up for the giveaway. It was mustaches that you could stick on, like temporary mustaches. Minshew for Minshew. Yeah, so yeah, the hype was just they were all over it.
Yeah, I
So
don't think it's ran through our city just like it did there, but we remember the
okay.
cutoff shorts and
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but he was a starter for you guys.
he
He's not
was.
here,
He
so
was. Yeah,
the atmosphere is going to be different with your starter versus your backup.
but
no
I love
doubt.
his attitude though. He does have that, like, no kidding. You know what I mean? Hey, I know my role and I'm gonna do my role very well, which I feel like a lot of times the media and other, sports reporters will try to like talk them into, controversy, but he sticks to his guns. Like, hey, look, this is Anthony's team. He's out, but I also
Yeah.
got a job to do too, and I'm gonna do it well. So I appreciate him sticking in that lane, and everybody from the top down has said, look, we understand this is Anthony's team. It's just had some unfortunate events. So while he's out, we're gonna rock with Gardner, man. So I'm ready to see it. I'm all for it. So let's just jump right into it, because usually on our Thursday show we kind of keep it light. We speed it up a little bit, but because football is coming on. So let's talk about keys to victory. So we can recap the first game. And of course, we didn't talk to you game one, and you can tell us what you felt the team did well and what you guys need to do again to keep this crazy streak alive in Jacksonville, where we can't seem to beat you.
Absolutely. Well, I hate to say it, but I didn't think we played well at all week one. I actually thought you guys outplayed us. Granted, we had, those, 2 late touchdowns that sealed the game for us, but up to that point, we were really stagnant. Turned the ball over. Your defense was very effective against us. We just did not play very good week one. Like I said, it was that punt return late in the fourth, that 60-yard return, and that's what changed the game. Because if you pen us deep, we're down. I'm not confident. I'm not saying we don't go down and score, but the way things were going, we were stagnant, not moving the ball at all. So that gave us, a touchdown, and then we got obviously that late interception. When the Colts were,
desperate.
Desperate. So it was a 10-point win, but that's a very, very deceiving score, because for 80% of the game, you guys outplayed us. And I'll say it. I'll be the first to say it. We did not play well at all week one. So the score was not indicative, of how close the game actually was. And ever since then, we've been really up and down. We beat you guys, lose to the Chiefs by 8 at home, which, again, there's nothing wrong with that. The Chiefs are, world champs, lose by 1 score. I mean, was not shocked by that. But then come out against Houston and they beat us by 20 at home. And it wasn't even close. It was worse than 20. They beat the life out of us. I mean, I'm talking from kickoff to when the time the whistle ended. I mean, just, you want to talk about a butt whooping, as bad as one as I can remember in recent years. Which was just stunning to me because of the Tino, but because of what they are. Right, they're just a young rebuilding team, and we're at home. Like, we're the reigning division champs. There was no reason that should have happened. So then it's like, okay, and so then we go to London, play the Falcons. We win 23-7. They played better, obviously, but not great. They won by a couple scores, but they didn't score like any in the second half, so didn't play. And then Buffalo, obviously, we played our best game of the year so far was this last week. So maybe we're getting our stride, but we haven't played a complete game yet. And I don't know what the issue is. Like, we haven't had any injuries per se. We return everyone. We added Calvin Ridley in the offseason, but he's really the only big addition that's different. Same coaching staff, same. So I'm not sure why they haven't got into a rhythm. Lawrence has had a lot of turnovers. Even the game Sunday, he had a lot of red zone turnovers. So, I just really can't put my finger on it, because I've had other people ask me, man, like, what's their deal? They're just not. And I just don't know. They're very up and down right now. Like, I don't know what team's going to show up. I don't know what team you're going to get. So,
we're going to get the best version.
Yeah.
Jackasses.
We seemingly
I'm a
do.
little
don't we?
encouraged though
Always.
Crazy.
because we are 3-2. We still have a winning record through 5 games, and we've not played well at all, in my opinion. And we still have a winning record. That's at least encouraging to me. That we're still finding ways to win, and we could be playing a lot better. But we're still winning games at the same time. So that's kind of encouraging. So.
No, yeah, I mean, and I think I have to. You got to give respect where respect's due. Like that Buffalo game was wild, right? I felt like you guys were going to run away with it. Buffalo couldn't seemingly do anything in the first half. Second half, Buffalo comes out, looks more like themselves, even though they were missing everybody. No excuses, but you play with who you have. But then they made a push toward the end, and then you guys stepped up and was like, "Hey, look, we're in this fight too." So it's interesting to see, like like over the years. I feel like not just in our division, but it's always kind of been like 10 teams or so that like, okay, these are the teams to beat in the NFL. But now we're seeing parity. Like, I mean, here's the Jags, here's the Dolphins, right? Like, that's been the Patriots division forever. We thought the Jets were going to be solid after what they did last year and then added, Rodgers, but then Rodgers goes down first damn drive of the year. But, I mean, it's cool to see parity in the league, even though, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes we have to face it. Like, I mean, I hate that. Like our division, I think that our division has a chance in the next 2 to 3 years to be one of the divisions that people are not talking about that they will talk about.
Oh, for sure.
God,
you have obviously CJ Stroud, Richardson, and Lawrence. So 3 great young quarterbacks there. And Indy, and I'll be the first to say it too. Indy you guys have been a lot better than I would have thought at the beginning of the year. I'll be completely honest. I didn't think necessarily you guys would be basement dwellers or anything of that nature, but. That Ravens game on the road, against a really good, a good Baltimore team, a good Baltimore team in nasty conditions. You guys have been playing well. I mean, you really have. You guys have been hanging in there and playing well. So, hats off to you guys as well.
All right, well, let's kick it around to the boys. Let's start with you, Acosta. So definitely improvements in game 1 heading into, now game 6, but playing the Jags again. What do we have to do better?
I think it's all going to start on a defensive front. I think we're going to have to really put pressure on Trevor Lawrence.
She's getting to Omaha.
I was just noticing during that Buffalo game, his 5-step drops are deep.
You're not going to
all over the place.
Omaha my moon pie. Sorry,
I will Omaha her and her.
You do it, and I'm coming to San Antonio, and we're having words.
Why is it every time I talk?
Your ass too. My bad. You're right. Do your thing. Mute yourself while he talks. That is the president.
I said sorry.
That is the president of Amble right there. You shut your mouth. Go ahead.
Sorry, El Presidente.
My name ain't Dave Portnoy, motherfucker. Anyway, just definitely get some good pressure on Trevor Lawrence. Definitely frustrate the shit out of him. I noticed during that Buffalo game, his 5-step drops are very, very deep back there. He gives himself a lot of room to run. But we just got to be quick. We got to be fast off the ball. We got to be aggressive. Again, it's week to week right now with this cover 2, cover 4 bullshit. The soft coverage stuff that we're doing. We definitely got to put pressure on Ridley. He had a hell of a game last week. Man, it's just offensively, Minshew has to play consistent football. We got to do consistent play calling, play smart football. The time management last week during Tennessee's game was outstanding. I want to see that again this coming week by Shane. But yeah, I mean, just consistent football, aggressive football, and just eyes on the prize. We got to keep our head up and keep going forward.
All right, Pat, what you got to input? Don't steal my shit. You usually try to steal my shit.
Oh, I'm probably going to steal it. But I think the biggest difference in this game is our defense is absolutely playing lights out. They're playing like I've never seen a defense play before. Everybody's fast. Everybody's to the ball. But to steal Clyde's
you don't know what I'm saying, but to steal it. Okay, here we go.
I trust me. I know what you're going to say.
All right, here we go.
The biggest difference in this game versus the first game is going to be our Moss and JT.
Oh, no, that ain't my shot.
If we had either of them in that backfield in that first game, I do not believe you guys win.
Yeah, we had no rushing game. Deion fumbled twice.
Oh, yeah.
It was
that
crazy.
Was bad. I would say that. You guys had 0 rushing attack.
Yeah, it was.
I think that definitely would have changed the trajectory of the first game, and it's definitely changing it for Sunday. What are you rubbing your nipple while you're laughing at me?
Pat, if I ever need a laugh and it's like, hey, I gotta call somebody to save my life to make me laugh, it's gonna be you. I mean, like, have Patrick just start saying words. He said trajectory. He meant trajectory. But I love you, Pat. That's how. So again, for everybody that listens,
did I really say trajectory?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
so,
okay. Go ahead and laugh at me.
Anybody that reads those posts on Facebook,
that was just a mess
they are him. You know now they are him. They are him alone.
If anybody else good laugh, he also texts the way he talks. Just so y'all know,
I do.
Omaha.
That's it. Okay.
Dyslexia is strong.
Pat said trajectory. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to talk about what I feel like. There's two things that I really need to key on.
Project what you're about to say.
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I can kick a hog in the ass and get,
Listen, man. See, it's my turn now. I don't even have a title.
And we're interrupting you like you interrupt us.
You're talking to the assistant manager. Shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Tyler, I might just have to come over there with you. You don't accuse me like my guys do.
Come on over.
Oh, my God. Oh, you going to be a Jags fan? Get out.
If Sunshine shares that hair with me, I will.
Oh, well.
Oh, fucking Ronnie Bass looking motherfucker, dude.
There's definitely no help in that. But no, so like Tyler brought up when he was mentioning, we have to key in on every aspect of the game because that damn punt return changed everything in that first game. So let's not overlook every single snap to include every phase of the game. I'll say that. And then secondly, and most importantly, like not really studying not really studying the Jags, but just kind of watching them here and there over the last couple weeks. Because I'm thinking about last week.
Well, maybe I was thinking about something else.
You're an idiot. Anywho,
I am. That's true. But
can I finish?
Yes, sir. Please,
Travis
do.
Etienne,
Jesus Christ,
number one.
Yes.
Travis Etienne, number one. This dude is like I think he's leading the league in most. What does he have? I read that
20-yard runs, I think, right? Or most
like broken yards after being hit or something like that. He's number one. And he is a monster. He single-handedly won that game on the last two drives by just being an outlet for Trevor and picking up, catching a 3-yard pass because nobody on him and getting 10 every single time. Then eventually they opened it up for Ridley, who caught the big play and sealed it. But we have to keep an eye on him. So EJ, probably definitely Zaire, Kenny, even if he's in the slot, like you cannot lose one. And we know the last game that we lost 2 weeks ago. How did we lose that game against the Rams? Oh shit, who do I got? And nobody had nobody, and Pikachu scored a touchdown. And now I know his name. He's a household name.
I know what you got. I knew who you were talking about right away. Sorry, I was just laughing.
Yeah. Puka Nacua.
Yeah. Puka.
Nacua. Yeah. Is he from the nations?
No, he's Samoan, I think. Samoan or Hawaiian.
My bad.
Yeah.
I mean Omaha myself for that terrible assumption. There it is. I don't know why I thought he was. Never mind. Anywho, so that's what happened in that game. So Travis Etienne will look to have a monster game out the backfield if we're not covering that shit up. And we are super soft, like Acosta said. So there's going to be yards to be had, but he is a guy that can be difficult to tackle. That's good start and stop. So we got to be ready for that. And I think that's the keys. Because, I mean, Ridley's going to do what Ridley does. Trevor's going to – and that's another thing, bro. Jesus, how many times should we – I think we sacked Trevor in the first game 3 times. But it should have been like 7. Like, he is a slippery guy. Every time we've played them since he's been there, like, I can count how many sacks that we should have, and we end up with like 1 or 2. You have to bring this dude to the ground. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So you trenches guys down the middle, like call them and tell them make the tackles. Quiddy Pay will be back. That'll be huge. I ain't seen Quiddy.
It's gonna be huge.
So that'll be huge.
Quiddy will be back. Raymond will be back. Yeah. I haven't heard anything about Darius yet.
Yeah,
he's coming back. He full participated.
Nice.
All right, good.
He is one. So yeah, the 1-2 punch is gonna be big. You said that too. So that's gonna be huge. But I would love to see what I don't want to lose is the chemistry that was built last week between Josh Downs and both quarterbacks. So Josh Downs is a key factor for us. He moves the sticks, so we got to keep it. I mean, 6 catches for 97 yards. His kind of breakout game of his rookie year so far. Still hasn't found the end zone, I don't think, but still we have to keep him involved to move those chains, especially in like second and short, third and short. I like him sometimes and always leaning on the run and making it a third and long. So those are keys that I want to look at too, man. So yeah, I mean, I feel like now, and I hate to say this, Tyler will like this. It's a freaking rivalry now, man. It's a rivalry now, honestly, between the Titans and us, and definitely the Jags and us. And if you go back and out of all the teams, honestly, since I would say the beginning of the South, like the Jags have always kind of been a thorn in our side because of the running attack. You can go back to MJD and Fred Taylor, like that one year that we ended up going to the Super Bowl. They put like 400 yards on us. It was insane. Like I was like, I don't know what I'm watching right now, but there's no way at that time we were like 11.
Maurice Jones-Drew always put up.
Oh my God,
MJD is that dude. He had the biggest legs. Like I call him tree trunks.
Yeah,
he was like 5'8", but his legs were like just his quads were like insane.
And Fred Taylor was a monster too. So
Fred was a monster.
But now, I mean, not beating these guys in 4 straight games and not beating them on their turf and shit almost 10 years. Like, yeah, we got to stop overlooking the fact that this team is real. I mean, go back to Tennessee. We had to get that monkey off our back because we hadn't beat them in like 5 or 6 games either. So, I mean, for all that we have to gain this shit back. And because of that, we have rivalries, true rivalries now, and not just divisional opponents. So I commend you guys on, not being in the basement anymore. You still got like probably 100 games to catch up to 500 as a whole squad or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, Tyler. And you spent like $1 billion over the last 10. Whatever, man. None of that matters.
See how he throws those quick jabs in and moves on, and that lets you get a chance to respond.
Listen, man.
Like I said, Pat, I put everything under the sun, so you can't hurt me anymore. That's what the Jags.
It's all good, big dog. So here's a question I have.
Yeah.
So you live in Indy, no?
Northwest. I live Northwest Indiana, very close to Chicago. Right, so like I'm in the corner, like in Northwest Indiana. I'm like around a stone throws away from Chicago on the state line.
Did you go to the game week 1?
Yeah, I was there.
Did you?
I didn't make it. I told Pat I apologize. I had so many people asking like, "Come see me, come see this," and I didn't get to see everyone. It was nuts, to be completely honest. I didn't get around to everyone, so I apologize.
Okay. Well, yeah, next year you got to come.
Yeah, I know it was not intentional. I was trying to get over, but I mean, serious. Everyone and their mom because the fan of the year stuff's weird. Like I don't consider myself I'm not this. You know what I mean? Like I don't go around parading like I'm the fan of the year. I'm like you know what I mean? But because of it, it's crazy the notoriety. Like I don't even like, hey, come to my tailgate. You know what I mean? Come see this. I want to take a picture. And so I was just like, every game I go to now, it's like someone wants to do something like, hey, can you like any away game, Pittsburgh here in a few weeks, or hey, you can come to my tailgate. I'll put you on our poster to promote that the fan of the year is going to like, it's just like all this attention that I've never had before. So it's been weird. Like takes up a lot of my time. Just like people.
We asked you to come to the tailgate because you're our friend.
I know. And see, I know. I like I said, I apologize. I was trying to get around. I know. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't really like you, Pat. I don't want you to think that.
Pat, I like you.
Folks.
Pat, I like you.
I know you do. He don't.
Okay, Tyler, you don't have to. Never mind.
Okay.
We'll stick with that. We like
Omaha.
Yeah, or something like that. But anyway, here we go. So let's we're last time we were over. Sammy was mad at us. We went way over. So we're going to not go over this week. So now we're going to jump into our score predictions. And I have to say this before we get into this. See what I'm saying, fellas? Every time I pick against us, what happens?
We win.
Okay, so see, kiss my ass, Pat. That's why I will continue. I don't care who we play. We could play the fucking Rutgers Scarlet Knights. They're going to beat the Colts.
Rutgers.
It doesn't matter because every time I say, oh, no, you know what? I feel like we're good. The Colts been playing well. I'm going to pick the Colts. L. So I won't start. I'm going to let Tyler start because he's our guest. So Tyler.
I appreciate that.
humbly tell us why, or tell us how the Jags are going to beat us. Because I remember you said this on the first time we had you on, like, oh man, you were going to beat us bad, and we weren't going to be competitive. All this other good stuff. So here we go.
I was talking that
bullshit.
junk in preseason. I was talking that junk, wasn't I? I was talking that junk.
Here you go, Tyler. You up, boss?
Now wait a minute. Before he gets going, last time he was on with us, do you remember those guys saying that Derrick Henry could run through 12 of our guys locked arm in arm?
Henry's been. I have him on my fantasy team. Absolute bust this year,
bro.
Absolute bust.
Oh my god, he's killing me, dude.
Absolute bust, man.
Kidding me? 8
now,
points.
and the thing is, I'm not taking no credit away from that man because he is absolute terror when he has the ball, and he should scare the living shit out of anybody when he has the ball.
He's done some nasty stuff to us over the years. Like he's had some.
The 99-yarder, right?
Games, 5, 6. He's had like 2 5-touchdown performances against us. He's done some unspeakable things to our defenses over the years.
He said unspeakable.
Jesus Christ, Tyler!
Man, I've seen that man score more touchdowns on us and stiff arm more of our defense than I've ever wanted to see. So I'll never really hate on him, because I've seen that guy like just destroy us.
He had to. Was it you or the Texans, the 99-yard run? Was that you guys?
Oh, that was us. I was at the game. It was at Nashville, Thursday night game. He was at 99. I was in the opposite end zone. So the end zone he was running towards, I was in the front row, right in the end zone. I watched him run straight. I mean, just stiff arming guys left and right, and throwing our guys, and he ran right. So I witnessed the entire thing. That game he had, if I remember correctly, it's like 300 some yards, 4 touchdowns, or it was 4 or 5 touchdowns. Just stupid. I mean, just unspeakable things to us. So.
The whole team immediately goes to practice after that. But anyway, all right. So there you go, man. Tell us about the score.
I will say, this is not going to be a drubbing like I talked about in preseason, and when I was talking all that junk. Because Minshew, like I said, and that defense, and you get Jonathan Taylor back now. Different team than week 1. You know what I mean? Like Minshew concerns me. I'm a big Minshew guy, so. I know what I mean, I watched him obviously exclusively for years. You know what I mean? So I watched a lot of him. So I know his game. I respect the heck out of him. It's going to be close. I'm going to say Jags 27, Indy 23, maybe 24. Yeah, I'd say it's a 3 or 4 point game. And I hate to admit this on public, I could see it going either way too. Like, it wouldn't shock me. You know what I mean? It wouldn't shock me if that score was reversed. 27-23 Jags, but I'll go with 27-23 Jags.
Like that. I got to cue that up for when it's my turn. Anywho, Costa, you're next. Presidente.
Oh my gosh. I am going to take obviously our Colts 27-17.
Oh, what was you just dropped right there?
Yeah, what was that?
Confetti from the game.
Oh, we're gonna
confetti from the game.
Keep the winning going. Just take it to the road. All right, Big P. Here, watch Big. He's got to have all this philosophical shit. All right, you up, Big Dog? Here we go. He'll start doing it. He's gonna rub his hands.
He's not even. He can't even spell philosophical.
Yeah. All right, come on, Pat. Here we go. Are you gonna talk?
Frozen. He's acting frozen.
He's definitely not frozen.
Oh, I'm not frozen. I'm just letting you finish.
It's a kid's show. We only say bad words, not provocative words.
What? A bullshit?
Because we all remember what Tressa said years ago. That was like a year ago when Tressa broke the whole internet with that shit. Shout out to Tressa, one of our biggest fans.
One key I didn't really talk about that I wanted to was our tight ends. I think our tight
ends, weirdo.
You son of a bitch! See what I mean, Tyler? I might as well just go home. Fuck it. But no, I do think our tight ends provide a lot of yardage for this game. I agree with you, Tyler. I do believe it's going to be a close one. I don't know if it's going to be that close because I do believe our boys are looking for some revenge. a lot of these guys have been on the squad for a while and has just been spanked by Jacksonville, and they've had enough.
Look at Tyler.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be that close. I do think it's going to be a good game. So I'll say, let's go 31-21.
Wasn't the score last time? Just to flip. I think it was 31.
Well, I don't know. Honest to God, I don't
Like they beat
remember.
us.
That sounds right.
It could have been.
Okay. All right. Well, I know I can't always pick against the boys. I know, boo me, Omaha me, all that other shit.
Omaha.
But I have to pick against them this week again because we're also going against a team that we haven't seemingly been able to beat. So because of that, now they've got the monkey off the back with Tennessee, at least for one game this season. Until we do that, I have to pick the Jags. Ugh, I know it sounds fucking terrible, but there's a little bit of undertone to that because every time I've picked against the boys, they've won. So keep proving me wrong, boys. But this is for the division this week, so who will take the lead because Jacksonville has it because they beat us. But I'll go Jags. 28-24. And the reason why is because I feel like something in Duval. I don't know what the hell
Duval, baby, you already know.
Could be those freaking rats. I don't know, but our pregame meal could be kind of spiked. But I don't like. We just look bad. I went to the game last year in Duval, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was 24-0. It was disgusting down there. I was like, "This is not the same team that just played last week, who at that time had tied with the Texans." Jesus Christ! But at least they looked like a team. When he went to Duval last week, I was like, or last year, I was like, "This is not a team." The same thing when Carson Wentz went for the last game of the season the year before. Not a team.
I remember.
So yeah, I don't know, man.
Am I being punked right now?
Yeah, I was like, bro, we were on like a 6-game winning streak or something like that. Going
and we were the worst team in the league at the time.
Oh God! All right, Tyler. You know what? We're just gonna leave it there, boss. We don't want to remember not making the playoffs because a 3-14 team like.
We didn't have 3 wins, I think. I think we had 2 or 1.
All right, Tyler, you know what?
What? Bullshit.
All right, Tyler. Now, shit. Now. All right, man. So let's go out here and let's get a dub. Even though I picked against the boys, Tyler, we always appreciate you coming on, big dog.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And to all of our fans who don't know, he is a fan of the year. That is a very exclusive club. So that will be something he will always be no matter what. So that is super awesome. And we have the privilege of having him here. So we appreciate all the time you can give us anytime. Fellas, I love you down there.
Question. When do they announce the winners of those?
You're never going to get it.
So that they announced it. So for us last year, so the contest ended, like they stopped taking nominations a week ago, roughly. Like last week, I forget, was it the 2nd or 3rd, something like that. They announce it usually. Last year was the end of October, early November. So like for me, I found out the first game we had in November last year. So like November 4th, 5th, somewhere around there is when they announced me. Some of the fans were staggered. Like there were some fan of the years that found out the last week of October were announced at their games. Most though were the first game in November last year. So it should be coming up end of October, early November.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we know a few. We know Lucha Blue. We haven't had him on yet. We know you. So it's really cool to actually be able to be a part of that small exclusive club, man. And we get to talk to you, man. So, did you show us our jewelry last time? Next time we have you on, you got to wear your jewelry, bro.
Yeah, I didn't think about grabbing it. It's up in my man cave, but I do. I'll have to wear it next time.
Absolutely. Okay, man. All right, man. Well, that's going to be it tonight. Any last reattacks? You got 3 seconds.
Thanks for having me on.
All right.
Nah, I appreciate you, Tyler. Lots of love, brother.
Yep,
Sammy,
always.
Take us out of here.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast and Bill Show on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.